So we start on hands and knees, and similar to core one, if you have wrist issues, double your mat. Put your palms on the thick part, fingers hanging off. Similarly, if you have any issues or discomfort with your knees, you can double up there as well. Okay. So flat back, belly pulls up, hands underneath the shoulders, and your shoulder blades are pulled down your back. Knees right under your hips. We'll start with just lifting the right arm up and in front, then back down, left arm up and back down, right arm and back down. Last one, left arm and down. Then we'll take the right leg and just try to think about keeping balanced on the other three parts on the ground. We take the right leg and lift it back and pull it back in. Then the left goes out. It's in a straight line, so we're not trying to go up very high. We'll bring it down. Right leg goes out and back down. Left leg out and back down. This time, as you bring out your right leg, also lift your left arm. Okay? Good. Bring it back down, and we'll go other side. Holding it for a second. Back down. We'll go to the other side, so right leg, left arm. And back down. Left leg, right arm. And back down. Right leg, lift arm. And hold this for a second. I'm going to slide the leg and the arm out to about 45 degrees, trying to keep the spine straight. Come back in and set it down. And we'll bring the left leg and the right arm up straight first. And we'll come out about 45 degrees. Come back to the center, set it down. We'll do one more on each side. Right leg, left arm, straight out in front. Find that good balance and slide it out 45 degrees. Good. Bring it back to the center and set it down. And we'll go left leg, right arm, straight out front, and slide it out 45 degrees. Good. And back to the center and down. Okay, sit back for just a second, take child's pose, and we'll stop there. Hands and knees. All right, knees under hips, shoulders over hands, right leg, left arm extends, and we meet elbow to knee underneath. So we flex the spine and then we extend it. So you can lift a little bit higher on this one than you did before. We pull it in, we'll do 3 more on this side. Lift, and then squeeze, lift, squeeze, 1 more, lift, and squeeze. And we'll set it down, we'll go to the other side. Left leg lifts, right arm comes out, and we'll squeeze underneath, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. We'll go back, we'll do 5 more on the other side. Okay. Lift, right leg, left arm, squeeze under, elbow to knee, back to extend. We flex the spine, extend, pull in, squeeze your belly as you pull in, lift, squeeze, 1 more, lift, and squeeze. Okay, set that down. We'll come to the other side. Lift, squeeze, lift, good, squeeze, elbow to knee, right arm, left leg, lift, squeeze, 2 more, lift, squeeze, lift, and squeeze. Good, you can come off your hands for a minute, roll your wrists, and then we're gonna go into the kneeling press. Okay, so the options, as we talked about before, hands will be, first option, hands under shoulders. Elbows are gonna come straight back towards the knees and then push back up. So that's the first option, a little bit less, quite a bit less pressure on the shoulders. Second option is to walk your hands out a little further, come forward, chest and chin, and push back up and sit back, okay? All right, so we'll do 5, we'll take a little break and we'll do 5 more. Okay, so choose your option. Okay, everybody's neutral, we'll press. back or front. So we go down and push back up is 1. Come down, push back up is 2. Down, push back up is 3. You can change your option anytime. Go down, push back up 4, and down, push back up 5, sit back, take a break. You can come into child's pose anytime. Okay, we'll do 5 more. So come up, choose your option. And again, you can choose in the middle if you'd like. So we press down, push back up, it's option 1. Down, up is 2. Down, lift. We have 2 more. You also can lift one leg, press down, push up, it's 4, and down, and push up, it's 5. Okay, good. All right, you're gonna roll your wrists out. We'll cut there. Then we're gonna come into hovers. So we're gonna be on our elbows. Options are knees and toes. Okay, so where we're gonna go here, you want your elbows under your shoulders and kind of like your hands together, not clasping, because we don't want to cut off circulation to our fingers. And then you have the option of lifting up on your knees or being up on your toes, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is just hold that hover position, okay? So also want our shoulder blades down, kind of pulling away from our ears. We pull our belly up, squeeze our butt. We're gonna hold this for 15 seconds. And we smile at each other. So you can lift up knees or toes and come into your hover. Good. We want our heels to be in the same line as our head. We want to make sure we keep our butts down. Might feel your belly shaking. Okay, now you can lower down to your knees, lower all the way down. So everybody feel good with that? Okay, this time we're gonna add some movement because why wouldn't we? Okay, so what we're gonna do is add arm taps out to the side. We'll tap 4 times upper body, and then we'll go 4 times lower body. But do you have to do that? No. Okay, that's just the added, it's gonna add a little bit of a challenge, gonna make you brace your body differently. All right, so we come back up into whatever hover option we want. We'll start with our right arm. We're just gonna, and you might want your feet or your knees a little bit wider, okay? We're just gonna bring right arm out, back in, left arm out, back in, right arm out, in, and left arm out, and in. Hold where you are, check your hips. Then we take the right leg, we go out and back in, left leg out, back in, right leg out and in, left leg out and in. Hold here. Anybody want to go opposites? Right arm, left leg. We go out and in, out and in. 2 more. Out and in and out and in. Bring it down, take a stretch. So what we're going to do here, you're going to lift your arms and legs. Okay, thumbs will be up, legs squeezed together. We're going to pull our arms back to our sides like a lap pull, and then they go back overhead. 1, good. Elbows pull to your sides, back overhead. It's 2. Elbows pull down, back to our side. 3, pull, back overhead. 4, and last pull, back overhead and lower down. Let's take a break there, okay? Now with our legs, we're gonna lift the lower body. You can keep your upper body, arms can be in front, or you can just rest them underneath your head. We're gonna lift the legs, we're gonna open them, and they're not lifted very high. We're gonna squeeze them in and then back out. So we're squeezing in and back out. This is more isolated in inner thigh. Back out, 2 more. Squeeze, out, squeeze, out, squeeze, and release. Okay, then we're just gonna do 5 full body lifts. So thumbs come out, arms at a V. You can have your legs together or apart for full body locust. We're gonna lift up and lower down. Barely touching the ground, we lift up again. Barely touch. 3 more, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Good. If you want to, you can come back into a child's pose and reverse that stretch. Next thing we're gonna do is on our backs. So you can roll over onto your back. We have bridges. The option here is just to hold your bridge. Second option will be to add movement. So your feet are hips distance apart, just out of reach of your hands, arms at your side. We're gonna lift ourselves up, squeeze our backside, keep your belly tight, and pretend that you're holding a small ball between your knees. Okay. So you have the option to hold that. If you want to add movement, we're going to lift the right leg, set it back down, lift the left, set it back down, lift the right, down, left, down. Check in with your hips. Hold here for a second. Are they still lifted, or do we need to lift them a little higher? We're going to do 3 more. Right side lift, back down. Left side lift, back down. Right side lift, down, left, down. 1 more each side. Right, down, left, down. Then lower yourself all the way to the floor. Bring your knees to your chest. Quick stretch. We're going to do 5 more. So you have the option of going just to the bridge. You have the knee lift. And this time, your option will be, instead of the knee, you're gonna take your leg out straight. Okay, so the whole idea is to keep your hips in that same level position. Okay, so we'll do 5 on each side. All right, so when you're ready, come up into your bridge. Okay, you have the option to hold here. Otherwise, legs straight or bent. Step it back in, left side. Step it back in. Check your hip position, make sure they're not dropping. Step it in. Left side, step in, right side, step in, left side, step in. 1 more each side. Right side, down, and left side, and down. Come all the way down, knees to chest. All right. So if you want double your mat, your elbow is going to be under your shoulder. Okay. So a couple options here. First option will be to keep your hips on the ground and just draw your side up. Second option will be to lift through the hip. The third option will be to extend both legs. Okay, we'll take our left hand to our hip. With these, we just hold, again, about 15 seconds. Nobody's saying anything. So how are we feeling? Good? All right, are your hips dropping? Try to pull them up. Imagine that little string lifting up to the ceiling. And then come on down. All right, anybody want more? No? Anyone? Any takers? No? We're gonna do that again. 15 seconds, then we'll switch sides. Okay, here we go. All right, so first out, elbow under shoulder, and you almost want to pretend like you're squeezing your arm in to make sure that this is really solid. Okay, first option is just lifting up through the waist. Second, lift the hips. Third, both legs out. Okay, now if you want that other option, you can lift your top leg and or lift your top arm. And we're holding. Okay, and then we can come on down, change sides. Okay, same options. And it's okay for you guys to talk too, just so you know. If you want to grunt, grunt. Okay, we ready? All right, so what do we say? Pick your poison. The thing you want to make sure of is that we're not sagging. So how does this look if I'm here? That looks like sagging, yep. So we push up, squeeze in, okay? All right, we ready? Pick your poison and lift. 15-second hold. And we'll go back down. Okay? Take a rest for a minute. If you can, maybe try something, maybe try up one level. Last thing, and then we go to crunches and then we're done. Okay, ready? All right, nobody's sagging, are they? I can't see. All right, push up, lift, 15-second choice. You can change during the 15 seconds if you need to. You can take it up or you can take it down. Okay, and then we'll come on down and we'll roll to our backs. All right. So we have crunches, bicycle twists. Okay. First, so we want our feet similar to the bridge position. Feet out at hips distance apart, out of reach of the hands. If you want a little bit higher option, lift your heels and draw them in a little closer. Okay. With our upper body, with our arms, first option, hands across our chest. Okay, if you want to feel a little bit more intense, you're going to bring your hands to your temples. Or if you want the more advanced, you're going to take your hands overhead. Okay, so we're going to start with just 10. We lift up, bringing our elbows towards our hips, just kind of lifting into that crunch and back down. Lift up and back down. So we lift up, we don't swing. We go as high as we can and we come back down. Lift up, go back down. Maybe not going all the way down. Lift up, back down. Lift up, back down. A couple more. Lift up, back down. Lift up and down. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock side to side, loosen up your low back. Okay. All right. We're gonna do one more set of that. Now, one of the questions is, what do you do with your neck? Where should you be looking? So if you put your fist under your chin, like squeeze your fist between your chin and your chest, that's kind of where you want to be. So we don't want our head looking backward and we don't want it all the way down to our chest. So it's kind of like you're squeezing an orange or you're squeezing your fist. All right, 10 more. Are you ready? We lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. That's 3. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. I lost count. We'll do 3 more. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one, lift and lower. Okay, knees to chest. All right, last thing will be a twist. So ways to make things less intense and more intense. We'll start with our knees over our hips and our hands at our chest. Okay, so first option will be if you drop the right leg, you're gonna bring your right elbow to your left knee. Okay, so we're keeping arms across chest and knees bent. That's gonna be the least intense on our spine, okay? Second option will be to bring one leg straight, okay? And the third option will be hands at temples, okay? Does that make sense? Good. If you feel like you're flailing, pull it back in, okay? We want really kind of sharp, clean movements with that, okay? We ready? So we'll start with knees bent, upper body lifted slightly, and we will bend the right knee, left leg goes down, center, left leg bent, center, right knee bent, center, left knee bent, center, right knee up, center, left knee, center, right knee, center, left knee, center. And you can lower the upper body at any time and just go with the legs. Center, right knee up, center, left knee, center. We'll do one more. Right knee, center, last one. Left knee, center. Take a break. Okay, pretty good? One more? Okay, I'm having problems counting to 10. All right, So choose your option. We'll do same thing. We're gonna twist towards the camera first. So pull your belly in and almost like you're wringing your belly out like a sponge. We're gonna turn towards the camera. 1, back to center, away, center, front, center, back, 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 center. One more each side. Front, center, back, center. Good, knees to chest. Then you can finish your second core. If you want to take a twist, you can open your arms out wide and let your knees fall towards the back. Keeping your shoulder blades flat on the floor. Sorry. We'll come back to the center and we'll roll to the other side. And we'll come back to the center. There is core video 2.
Congratulations on completing 20 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity. To meet the recommended amount of activity for today, you can do the Move More Virginia 10-minute stretch band workout or go for a light 10-minute jog.